Who assembles the band, Bongo Maffin? Whose idea was that?
It was me and Oskido.
Okay. And Speedy's towel.
As Harold Matako. So Speedy, my first experience encounter with Speedy, he was part of a band called Intimate.
Okay.
They did that. It's about Speedy is about Nelson Mandela, and then we did a competition on SABC1 called Coca-Cola Full Blast.
Okay.
And it was like a little bit of a televised established musician talent show competition,
Yeah.
And both Speedy beat us, but us Tebe, we came out second.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They actually won that competition. And we saw him. So as we were creating Bongo Maffin, so one day Oskido came to me and said, "Hey, my man, I think..." He's like, "Hey, dude, so what if..." This was at the end of 95, towards the end, like halfway, 3/4 of the way through 95.
Boom Shaka's gone.
Yeah, Boom Shaka has been gone. It's us and Tebe. So we've been thinking of the group thing, I would perform with Oskido in a little interlude on a Tebe show, just so I can be introduced as the rapper, I remember we had this instrumental, I Want to Be Down, Brandy.
I want to be down.
But guess what Oskido had? We changed the lyric with Ngizokushaya, ngedog style, Ngizokushaya. Dog style.
You can't say that now. They'll cancel you, man. They'll cancel you now.
But how do you get cancelled by people that didn't put you on?
Oh!
I don't understand.
Pause. I love that. I love that.
So anyway, my man, and then we conceptualized it literally as like filling out space, saying, okay, what do we have? We had a thing with a rugged DJ, a rapper, and a singer. But this time, just like Boom Shaka, literally the reference was Boom Shaka. But this time, just make it a boy band.
Wow.
And, we did it, but on the first album, we already had Tandiswa.
So who was there? It was...
Myself, Jasid, and it was Appleseed and Speedy.
Yes.
Tandiswa featured with a lady called Lilo, and they were both on Jackknife.
Oh, Jackknife.
Yeah, because Jackknife had 3 vocalists, and one of them was Fresh's wife, Tabiso.
Tabiso.
Yeah, Tabiso Sikwane,
Who's the one who did... Who's the one?
That's Temba. That's Tandiswa.
Tandiswa?
Yeah.
You lie.
Yeah, that's Tandiswa doing that. Baby,
Yeah.
oh yeah, hamba. Yeah. So she used to perform with a lady called Lilo. Lilo Mkonazi. And they, there was the trio of ladies, and we used them for like Bobo Traffic Corpo and what. They were featured on the BOP albums. So we were just featuring them on random projects.
Yeah.
So Tandiswa, they featured on Summertime, on that Take Off Your Summer Clothes, Put On Your Summer Vibe. But she was singing with Lilo.
Okay.
So then we call her when we're doing Hotel California. And what is it? This thing. When we're doing Hotel California and MacG, because Hotel California and MacG were actually concepts that were brought to... Oskido had them for Boom Shaka. And they were supposed to be Boom Shaka songs. He kind of discovered this Puff Daddy thing of remaking tracks, Tsakhale and stuff, and figured out, damn, we've got a hell of a discography more South Africa and with our legends, our classics, and one morning he comes to me on a Sunday morning, he's got the tabloid. I'm not going to say it because that's the one thing I won't do. I saw. And it's a story in there saying that Boom Shaka is saying that, because they came back, when they saw, when they saw the success at Hebe, guys spoke to Oskido and they came back to Kalawa.
Okay.
And then they left again because they were saying that he's robbing them. Now, anyone who knows Oskido knows that.
I know.
You can be maybe unhappy about a certain way he's handling certain types of business.
But not robbing.
But it's a difference in opinion. But not robbing you, like literally fleecing you. So he comes with it. You can see he's torn. He's toasted again, And he's like, Motswako, look, man, this thing, look at the story here. and these guys are saying this about us, you know, and they're leaving, you know. But no problem, my man. We've got these tunes, Hotel California and Makeba. I think you owns could rock them, you know. We do it. We kind of do it. We feel like, hey, man, Hotel California, the Eagles, that singer had such a sweet voice. Let's get Thandiswa in again, you know, to come in. Hey, she rocks them. Then she does Makeba. And obviously Makeba, come on, straight down her alley, you know. That's when we started discovering that Thandiswa, you know. Because she was coming from singing Bojack Knife and stuff.
She's amazing.
Yeah, man. And so from then on, you know, we asked her after some time to become a part of the band, and she was of the same mindset, and we kept that moving.
Would you say The Wenga Corner is your biggest song to date?
Tatis Gubu.
Tatis Gubu, yes. Let's start with Tatis Gubu.
By a country mile, bro.
Before we get there, the Hotel California thing, what about, I know it's not a sample, but was there any legal thing as far as using the Eagles,
No, bro, we've always done just by the book clearances. We signed to Sony ATV, so it's straight up.
So they just clear it.
I mean, we've had songs where they took 100% of the publishing, and told us to take it or leave it.
Same thing with Nick Holden and Summer Days.
Yeah. So you learn very quickly to.
What happened with Nick Holden Summer Days?
You didn't make money from Summer Days.
You lie.
Pet Metheny, that's the group they did Summer Days. It's called, I forgot the name, but that's the group. Nick Holden didn't make money from Summer Days.
So all these years,
it works better.
You didn't clear it. So
financially, it works better for you to clear it before it sees the light of day.
Yes.
If it ever sees the light of day before you clear it, now you are giving, it's just you have no leg to stand on. Like, the best thing that can ever happen to you is for a corporate to use your music without permission.
Yeah. And there's no corporate without Tatis Gubu.
Yeah, no. If you don't, Tatis Gubu, they've paid us, man. The last thing we did was a Castle ad, and they did their thing.
Was it loud?
Yeah, it was loud, but it was a scream.
How does that song come about, man?
Tatis Gubu. Oh, man. That's the thing now that got me into Hoboka, you know, my verses. Doing the Setswana
you don't want ice.
traditional poetry. Oh, God.
I won't give it to you because they're going to have me for using my hands.
Yeah. And Ronare strong, we
sometimes
kids, you know, we played in the dirt.
No, sometimes when you got corona because you're about to reach 46, dog. You are high risk.
Nigga, you the high risk. Nigga, what you talking about? You better watch yourself. Shit.
I cheer with them grandeurs.
Shit.
Yeah, Tatis Gubu.
Tatis Gubu, bro. Tatis Gubu was the last song we recorded on that album. You know, there's always two sides to a story, but me, I'll tell you my side. It's the true side.
Yeah.
We got that beat from Don Laka. Okay. Don Laka did the beat. He gave it to me and I gave it to the guys, you know. We were driving my red Conquest. And so we always used to roll around in this RSI. And another tape deck, you know the tape deck that goes to the end and then it flips the cassette?
Oh, yes. I see those ones.
So I had this tape in the car, like, just perpetually, you know, playing the beats. So we're coming from an interview. I remember we were around that, you know, just below the what do you call the hotel, man, out in between the zoo and Parktown on the road on
I see it, man.
on Jan Smuts, ne?
Yeah, I see it. What's it called?
Yeah.
Smuts.
Just after the zoo, the hotel, man, the Westcliff.
Westcliff,
oh, the Westcliff.
Yeah, you see that road.
That road.
Yeah. So we had just had an interview, and I think we were supposed to be going to Dawn's place. And Thandiswa had sang that hook before, because it is similar to another playground hook.
Okay.
You know, that you do Yakokasi, you know what I'm saying? And she had done it before, you know, and I was like, gents, this beat, yeah, fire, you know. Can we sing that beat again? So it's all four of us in the car, you know. A lot of creativity used to happen with us in the car.
In the car.
Yeah. It was in a kumbi. We were all I'm telling you, all of that comes from the cars, you know.
Yeah.
And we played it, we sang that hook. On top of it, it set. I was like, let's go on it. We were like, okay, let me not take the thing, but I was like, yeah, via diligence. We gotta go on. It was the last track that we recorded on that album. It became the best track. And it was literally our breakout track, man. It was like that album. Every week we'd hear, okay, gents, the album is hit 10,000 units.
Wow.
In a few days, no, guys, the album is 25,000.
Damn it.
No, in a few days again, no, gents, it's 50 now. You know? So, we went there, Kotone, Barricoda, now Baopela Kada, you know, in the studio. And I remember it was a little study, Sardone, they got the windows open. It's summertime, I think. And I'm sitting under a tree, about, you know, a small tree, man, like not much bigger than these trees that you see around here. And I'm trying to figure out how to keep it, you know, ish. I mean, I'm coming from my benchmark, yeah, where it is, but Motoka mole ushapa thathi scoop izwa mdala omunye ushapa ubeka. I did a silent prayer dog. Modimo ke tlo tshunang mara. Ke tlo tshunang entlekele mplele modimo. And I promise you, bro, I wrote the only line that I thought about, like literally constructed and composed was Bome no masoki bosila khaka sino amoro. After that thing wrote itself.
Wow.
It wrote itself. It's divine. And I, up till today, I listen to subsequent verses and I'm like, what zone was I in? Did I write that?
Who's this one?
Yeah, man. And that's another thing that gives me so much respect for Amadlozi, you know, and the people that came before me and the people, you know, the bloodlines that have combined since the beginning of time so I could carry on mine.
That was them. That was them.
Yeah.
The way Corner, that's my favorite. I like that one.
Yeah. The way Corner, the context that thing is Moses Molelekwa. We were grieving. It's a grieving song for Moses Molelekwa because we recorded it on the day we found out about his death.
Okay.
And it was such a confusing, tragic time because he was on the come up.
So that's a sad song.
It was a suicide, right?
It's a sad song. The way kungakhona dinengqondo zokuthatha into zami
Goduke.
I want to take my shit and leave and go. Wow. And the verse, so my verses when I write them, I always have like a movie playing in my head. And subsequent to that, always when I'm doing the verse, I see that picture. I've got a visual mind. I studied art from grade 1 and it was one of my matric subjects. That's why I was at AAA doing graphics. And so I'm picturing in the way Corner, it's like the town crier. So I've taken the persona of the town crier announcing the death of a great warrior. Like legions coming home, you know, a little unit of the legion is coming home to come and announce that guy died in battle. You know, a great elephant has died, you know. No, that's the different one, isn't it? Or again, Mutsukile wa tlhaselwa ke seragakua mokhosi. Mongware bitsang matshola.
Blakey wetsang Blakey.
Wirang.
Wetsang Blakey.
Oh, isn't the mo ba tla wetsa mo dikhapotsena le
Oh, dikhapotsena.
Dina le swege dikhapotsena.
Yeah.
Ke dikopinyana se dina le swege.
Yeah, they're like,
Hey,
these ones are too ish.
Ha ba rate for Rebo.
Glow up.
Hey, Blakey.
Yeah, man.
So
it was a movie, you know, it's a movie, still in the movie. So it was about Moses Molelekwa and the way Corner, you know, it's just like shit is so fucked that I just want to leave now.
Damn.
I want to go. So
bro, I didn't know that song was that deep, bro. Yeah. And I've been listening to it for years. So you guys, when you went to studio, like you had to think about like exactly what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Each verse, everything.
Yeah. It was, I mean, we'd always ask, what does that mean? Like, you know, Kuraone is like, Daindiri Shirida Pururuka. So that made us learn a little bit of Shona as well. Thanks, bro. That allowed us to learn a little bit of Shona as well because then we'd always have to ask Jasid, what does that mean?
Yes, exactly.
You know? So if I was a bird, with wings, I would fly to my mom. And if I was a horse with legs, I would run to my pups, And that's what the verse is about, And I mean, now I'm talking about like imagine if I was like the eagle or the vulture that flies high in the sky.
Yeah.
Or the eagle that flies high in the sky and never comes down to pitch with you commoners. Where I only land in the caves where the great diviners are, where you've got the great python, Madipela, that stays there, like it's... Because Madipela is like... It's folk tale things, concepts, about that there used to be this lion. I mean, this is this python that if you see... rock dassies around, you must know that that snake, you know what I'm saying? It's around that thing. So it's folk tales. It's learning about language and oral traditions. When grandma is telling you stories about Sananapo and all of that, those are the pictures that I put, trying to do it within the context of what we're experiencing and the pictures that we're seeing today.
That's deep.
And that's what I'm trying to do with my poetry now. I've realized I have no desire to be in the top 10. I have no desire to have the hottest Mapiano song. I want to have the hottest live stage show, one man dropping those lyrics and telling you, and with an LED screen behind me, like that screen that Kanye had on that one show, which was like about 100 meters across. But I don't need all of that. I just need like on a stage, just the LED behind me with an audio-visual presentation of the lyrics that I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm dropping it, you can see the visual there.
Get into your mind.
Yeah.
You read a lot.